What is going on, guys? I see it's been about 2 months since I last uploaded, and that was not on purpose, but ended up getting a new job, moved apartments, so it's been a little crazy. So my apologies to my 63 subscribers. But I wanted to hop on here and talk about something that I think a lot of people are feeling right now, and that's my desire to just create things, whether it's media, just a podcast, speaking, voicing opinions. Just, and it probably sounds a little cliche in the age of TikTok and YouTube. All these people getting famous off of posting videos, but I like to put stuff out there that I made from scratch. I mean, if it's a montage, I like watching my own clips. I'll sit there and work on a TikTok that I know will get 4 likes, but when I put the music on it, I edit the clips together. It's very fulfilling in ways that other things aren't. And I just want to talk about this desire I have to just have freedom to create and kind of see where it goes. Because my current job, I just got it. I just started. I was in this, I won't dox myself, but I am working in a field I'm passionate about. Um, but in this field, there is a lot of red tape, and it kind of boxes me in a way that I don't know if I can sustain over the next several decades, in an environment where there's so many rules and regulations, and I got to be on my tiptoes all the time. I think a large part of this in me comes from my dad being on the radio, and it blows my mind that I didn't pick his brain about this more while he was on the radio. But I mean, the radio, that's what I wanted to do. That's what I would tell him I wanted to do. But now that whole industry is kind of gone by the wayside. But something along those lines is really what I really think is where I belong. Not to say it's like I'm gifted at it, but I think anything else outside of that creative realm just feels like I'm a little not where I'm supposed to be, if you know what I mean. And nothing against my current job, but I just like when I was 10 years old playing Black Ops 1, and there was a theater mode. I saw the theater mode and I was like, wow, you can upload YouTube videos straight from Call of Duty. You can edit stuff, throw it together, and no one told me to make content. No one told me to post Call of Duty videos. But I was 10, 11 years old, and just like a moth to a flame, I was like, I gotta make this edit. And they were awful. I mean, I was in like 5th grade. I was not very good at the game. Uh, the clips were pretty useless, but every time I have a chance, and I was like, Mom, Dad, I got to get a Roxio game capture for my Xbox 360. And when I was younger than that, my friends and I were into skateboarding. We would make fingerboarding videos, and I was just always, whatever I'm doing, it's like I need to share it. I need to let people see it. And that's kind of how I feel. I took a 10-year break from FPS games, got right back into it, and I was like, well, if I'm playing the game, I might as well upload my clips to TikTok. And that's just kind of where I'm at, where how it's always been. I don't know why. Maybe it's my dad's, I guess, creative gene, but that's kind of what I have a passion for. And I think, like I said, my current job is good, but I long term, I just think content creation is really my goal. And the thing is, right now, I have no idea what that looks like. Obviously, I like to play video games. I mean, that's good and all, but a lot of people do that. I could not make every video on my channel talking about video games. Like, I'll have the gameplay, but I'm not going to do, here's the new Battlefield meta with the new update, here's the new Call of Duty meta with the new update. People do that, they're good at it, but I need to talk about other things. Maybe, throw back to CNNers. That guy would post some better gameplay than I could post, but then he would just talk and connect with his viewers, and he would just ramble. He would literally just ramble, and people connected with that. They liked his personality, they liked him, and I don't know, maybe, I mean, I have so many different interests. I have degrees in theology and psychology. I like talking about those things. I like talking about politics, and then sports is kind of the easy softball one where it's like, you could get me going on sports, I could probably go all day. But a lot of people do that as well. So it's like, I'm still trying to figure out what it would look like, but I can't ignore the fact that It sounds cliche because normal job, like all people say, oh, I can't do a normal job, 9 to 5 in the Matrix or whatever. Like I know I could do it, obviously, and until something actually came to fruition, I have to do that. And I'm blessed to have a job that helps me have a place to live. But long term, I that is not what I want to do for the next several decades. So I don't know. I just feel so much more validation, even like I said, from making a TikTok that gets 3 likes than from I don't know, even when I finished a degree, I didn't feel anything. I was like, okay, it's done, but that didn't give me any sort of fulfillment necessarily. Um, as opposed to making a video or sharing thoughts and opinions and just putting my voice out there. So I'm kind of making this video just to say I'm wrestling with what this would look like, where I would take it. Is it gonna, what do I want to try my hand at video games? Do I want to go a different direction? Commentaries. I'm just kind of verbalizing my thought process because I know there's a lot of people that are in the same boat. I mean, everyone posts TikToks and YouTube videos, but it's a matter of at what point do I actually think I want to take this seriously and make money off of it? And it's kind of crazy to talk about with 63 subscribers, but in the long term, I want something that gives me that creative liberty where a work day is me putting time in to something I'm building from scratch and passionate about. Because editing a video or throwing together a little montage, I'll feel like I'm working for 15 minutes, but it's been 3 hours. So, and I like to talk, which if you knew me in person, that would be really surprising to hear me say because I don't really speak unless I'm spoken to, but I do think probably too much. So if you ask me about something I've been thinking or wrestling with, I could yap about it for a good little while. So that's just kind of where I'm at. If you guys, if there's anything I mentioned, theology, uh, I don't politics is sticky. I posted a couple of very vague commentaries on politics. I promise I do have actual opinions. Those were just I'm not trying to come off as brash in those. I was just trying to get across certain points. But yeah, if there's anything I mentioned that you think I should expand on or make a commentary about or that interests you, I mean, feel free to let me know because at this point, I do just want to put stuff out there and see where it goes because um, I don't know. I'm kind of at a point in my life where it's like, all right, what do I actually want to do? And if I could make a living creating something, then that's what I want to do. And I think if I get to 60, 70 years old, I'd be able to look back on my career and be happy that I chose to go for that instead of I don't want to say settling, but going through the motions in a sense. So I mean, it is 3:35 a.m. actually as I record this. I have work at 8 a.m., but my sleep schedule is so cooked and I just figured um I was actually just watching the Theo Vaughn and he just interviewed I don't know if he just interviewed, but he was talking to Matthew McConaughey. And Matthew McConaughey, the way he speaks, it's so I don't know, it's so convicting. It kind of makes you want to just get up and do something. So yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to. I've been thinking about making this commentary for a while, but it's kind of weird to vocalize it and not knowing who's going to hear it. But yeah, this is just where I'm at. These are my goals, and I just want to put stuff out there. So if you guys have any ideas, recommendations, let me know. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.